The idyllic charm of the 1950s exists because it's often viewed as a simpler and more wholesome time, a time in America which symbolized a period of prosperity and optimism. This golden era conjures up images of the good old days with sock hops, drive-ins, and diners. If you're looking for a trip down memory lane complete with a nostalgic 1950s diner, then you've come to the right place. Complete with poodle skirts, a jukebox, and a checkered floor, the Diner in Sevierville, Tennessee is the place for classic food and flair. This one-of-a-kind, locally owned, all-American diner has been open since 2003 and has this dynamic duo to thank for its creation. I'm here with Howard and Susan Kingsbury, and they are the co-owners of the Diner in Sevierville, Tennessee. What attracted you to opening a 1950s diner?
Well, it was an opportunity that came along at the right time. Let's just say we both have servant hearts, so there's some match as it turns out there, but it's a lot of work, obviously. I mean, if you were starting from scratch, this level of commitment, most people wouldn't choose, but it's our mission.
Well, that's true. I know I read on a flyer as I walked in that there's a great bio about the restaurant and how it got started, and just your belief systems kind of interwoven in there, which is nice.
We don't think you can get away from your worldview, and so we live it. You know, that philosophy of serving others like we want to be served ourselves, that's really what we try to do. And we know it's not a perfect world because we can overcook a burger or undercook a burger, but we're going to serve everybody that comes in here like we want to be served, and like we want our family and friends to be served, and that's really what we're doing.
That's true. Well, when you walk in the door, there is that atmosphere. I notice people saying hello and waitresses that know the customers really well, and it does have that family feel to it. And I'm sure that's because it's run by, a married couple. You guys do this together.
Absolutely. Now, there's certain things I don't get involved with, like I have very little to say about desserts, and that's fine because I'm not a baker and I don't know things. I was not a coffee drinker, so I'm not the one to be selecting coffees. I mean, we each have our own areas that we focus on.
And you're doing local things too, which is great. In addition to all these scratch things and really trying to give people wholesome, good for you foods, you're also incorporating a lot of local businesses and local products.
Well, we whenever we can. National chain sells Swaggerty sausage, but we use that. We use Bush's Beans, who's our neighbor here to the east. Our kids' pizza is a scratch pizza made by a local pizza restaurant here, a guy we know very well.
Well, and I can see that it's definitely attracting customers. And another thing that attracts customers are the bike nights and the kind of old cars and things. Talk to me about that.
Well, the bike nights are just getting started. This year will be a first for that. But the cruise-ins we've been doing the whole time, 10 or 11 years. And essentially once a month we have a DJ and cars cruise in. It's a nice break from the routine of a volume Saturday, but we got a cornhole set up, and we'll spit some watermelon seeds and pitch some pennies, or those kinds of things, just to have some fun.
I like the hamburgers, steaks, salads.
I like the coconut cream pie.
I like the Mama's breakfast special. It's really good.
There seems to be no shortage of popular items on the menu, like their famous Cadillac burgers made with Angus steak. You can also find the enormous Dagwood Club sandwich, generously layered with meats and cheeses, or the deli favorite Reuben sandwich. Of course, being located in the South, there's plenty of good old down-home cooking, like fried green tomatoes. However, the diner stays true to diner tradition by also serving breakfast all day. You can find a large selection of hearty dishes fresh from the farm. However, nothing says hearty breakfast quite like the diner's Sevier skillet.
We're going to make a breakfast skillet. We got Tom and Brandy on the line. They're going to make this thing up for us. Our breakfast skillet is really a favorite. There's been a lot of them served today. I've seen a lot of them out there. At the bottom, you've got a choice of hash browns or home fries. I've rung up hash browns. It comes with 3 eggs. They have a choice of cheese. They have a choice of sausage, Swaggerty's genuine sausage, either links or patties, and I've rung up links. And they're going to grill some peppers, onions, and tomatoes, fresh. Of course, we don't use anything like that canned. It's all fresh. And they're going to mix that together along with a couple layers of shredded cheddar. And I forgot, 2 slices of extra thick 14 to 18 Applewood smoked bacon. So anyway, that's what a breakfast skillet is at the diner.
Heaping layers of sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns, and cheese, plus delicious grilled veggies, make up a seriously tasty breakfast. When we come back from the break, we go from breakfast to dessert. Scratch-made desserts, that is. It's all coming up next. Today we're at the diner in Sevierville, Tennessee, talking with the owners about their family-friendly classic 50s diner. Diners are often characterized by their unique architecture and a wide selection of food offerings. One look at the menu here and you'll see that the diner does not disappoint. This retro eatery is sure to please them all.
In this age, burgers and fries are very big, but people can select the burger they want. We have everything. Our standard burger is a 3rd pound. It's a 3rd pound of 81-19 Angus beef, so it's a really good quality beef. We char grill it, which is the healthiest way to do it and the best tasting way to do it. I wouldn't know how to do a burger better than an 81-19 char grilled fresh for a customer like they want it. So we do that, but we also have a 1/4 pounder for the lighter appetizer. We also have a 1/2 pounder, and we'll double any of those burgers if anybody wants to.
Oh my
the patty.
goodness. That sounds like a different show. What is that, Man versus Food
it is.
or whatever?
It can be. But we also do a buffalo and an elk burger, which are really low in fat and cholesterol. And one of the things we say is when they come here, they can indulge or they can eat healthy. So if you want to get an elk patty, which is 20% of the fat and cholesterol in typical beef, you can. If you want to have a salad with vinegar and oil, extra virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegar, or raspberry basil vinegar, or I'm missing one, blackberry basil vinegar, you can do it. Both our baked beans and our soup beans are vegetarian, so a vegetarian can do that. Grill a chicken breast, so you can really you can eat healthy if you want to. You can come in and have a burger and fries and a milkshake. The reason we scratch so many things is to get a natural, strong, a natural full taste and quality. Our soups here, we've never done a commercial soup here. Our soups have always been scratch. Our desserts are all scratch now. Chicken and dumplings, meatloaf, meatballs, not everything, because we can't scratch everything here. We don't have a farm.
Right.
We don't raise eggs, but our eggs are extra large eggs. I mean, so again, no shortcut.
Your cheesecakes and some of your desserts, I hear, are legendary.
Ever since I was a little girl, I'm talking really small, like 4 years old, my mother was quite the baker, and I used to just, it was just like, let me get my hands in that. And a lot of our recipes, it's my mother's banana pudding that she used to make. There were 5 of us growing up, and I'm sure she had hoped that at the end of the day there'd be a little left over. There never was. Just really good banana pudding with a custard. Yeah, and I just love that part of it. I've always wanted to do that. I can remember my mama, many a person got a pecan pie for Christmas from her, and so it's her recipe with a little bit of tweaking. I put rum in mine, but
You are making me hungry.
And it's loaded with pecans. I mean,
Yes.
and that's kind of the black and blue, blackberry and blueberry is loaded. So is sort of the pecan. The peanut butter pie is to die for. There's a ribbon.
our locals love our peanut butter pie. I mean, when we do caters, a lot of them, please make a peanut butter pie, And coconut cream, all of those. They're
Oh my
old
goodness.
family recipes.
You're going to have to roll me out of here.
Yeah, right.
Well, I understand. Are we going to get to maybe sample a few of those?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ready.
There are certainly a lot of reasons the diner in Sevierville has stood the test of time. In addition to being a true authentic diner with a large, high-quality menu, this vintage spot also has a seemingly endless amount of made-from-scratch dishes. Affectionately called Susie Q by her husband, this poodle skirt wearing cook sure knows how to make some delicious, from-scratch desserts.
So when you said you had a few desserts, you weren't kidding around.
Right, and this is just a cross section, you know, some ice cream, some cheesecake, our cobbler, the banana pudding, and some of our, I'd say our 2 most popular pies.
I've been sampling some of the customers here, and they all have their favorites, but most of them say whatever's available is what they'll take. So they're all good.
Yeah.
Tell me about each one that you brought out.
Okay, let's start here. This is our coconut cream pie. It is homemade from a really old, I bet you that recipe is almost 100 years old. We shred the coconut, and this is our top selling pie.
A lot of people have told me they like that one.
And then this is a local favorite, our peanut butter, well that is too, but the homemade peanut butter pie. And I put, it's made on an Oreo crust, and then I take Reese's cups, chop them up, and they're in it and on top.
Oh man.
And a lot of times when we do caters, that pie is highly requested, especially when we do something for the city.
I noticed your husband mentioned it too. That
Oh
must
yes,
be one of his
it is.
favorites.
Yeah. Then these are our ice cream desserts, which might be melting a little bit,
Oh,
but
they
this
look
one,
good.
this one we call the Tennessee turtle. The turtle candy's my favorite. I love pecan turtles, and so this has a homemade brownie, and we make it look like a little turtle.
That's so cute.
Yeah, but it has caramel and pecans and a little bit of chocolate Hershey syrup. I only use Hershey syrup. We only use really quality ingredients for our sundaes and all of those. These are the true old-fashioned wet walnuts that were always on banana splits.
Right.
But we have other nuts too, but this is the traditional.
Yeah,
And
this is a very iconic 1950s
yes,
dessert.
yes. And we have this one, and we have a brownie banana split that we put our homemade brownies in, and then a doozy, and it's like a double-decker. It sits up this way. And we actually have customers that can eat that all by themselves.
Wow.
Not
Wow.
me, but they can. But that's just a little, so our chocolate pie is like that when it's an old family recipe and it's made totally from scratch. And I've just started making our key lime from scratch, and oh, it is
I love
delicious.
key lime
Oh,
pie.
do you?
So
I'll have to
good.
make sure you eat some. It's really it's good. Yes.
Oh, well, these all look wonderful. Where are we going to start first?
I don't know, where do you want to dive in? I brought
I don't
spoons
know.
and forks. You decide, and we'll just dive into one.
I'm ready. Well, this one's close. Let's
Okay,
this
do
one.
that one. Okay.
The pies and cheesecakes are not the only handmade sweet treats served here. You can also find thick and creamy milkshakes too. They have rotating monthly milkshake flavors like chocolate Oreo peppermint, caramel mocha, and orange creamsicle dream. Nothing says retro diner like a good old-fashioned milkshake. With classic diner fare, nostalgic decor, and vintage cars, the diner in Sevierville will really make you want to twist and shout. Make sure and add it to your local travelers list.